What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Mika Chanel, back with another edition of Mika Chanel is Just Saying. Today, I am finally back with the Real Housewives of Atlanta review. It's season number 8, and it is episode number 12. I can't remember the last episode that I blogged about, but I know it has been a minute, okay? Because I just haven't really been into this show. I watch it, but kind of like just barely watching it, and then I couldn't bring myself to watch it again to do my notes because I always watch the shows twice. Once for my enjoyment, and then the second time so that I can really like jot down the notes and everything. So I just haven't been feeling it. I don't know what's going on with Atlanta. It's just, to me, it's like the relationships between the women are fake. It's like nobody gets along. We know they're only pretending to get along for a check. Kenya and Cynthia, you know, they seem to really get along, but I don't know how much longer that's gonna last now that Nene is back. Because if y'all, the last episode from last week, I felt like Nene was kind of saying, oh no, Kenya can't come in and replace me as her friend. You know, I just feel like, you know, something is about to happen there. And so, I don't know, we'll see. But I just feel like, you know, that you know, they're just around each other at this point. They don't even really enjoy being around each other. That's how I feel. And so it comes across like that on camera to me. So I just haven't really been motivated to really talk about it. Anyways, but the last couple of weeks, you know, I guess some real things have happened. You know, Kenya going back to try and visit with her mom, and I don't like the way Kenya did it. I feel like she should have gone alone or, you know, tried to contact her before going to the house. But at the same time, I understand why she did it because, you know, she just really, you know, wants some answers. And I don't like the way what Aunt Lori said to Kenya, you know, no, you need to tell your sister that, you know, she can't just be sitting there ignoring her daughter or, you know, treating her daughter wrong. Why did they bring her back into their family if that was going to be the case? And why would they have her at family functions when her mom is there, knowing that, you know, she's going to get ignored and she knows who the woman is? You know, I just don't understand that. But you know, it is what it is. So let's talk about this new episode. Season 8, episode number 12 came on last night. It started off, how did it start off? With Todd and Candy, they're in their kitchen, right? And they basically have not made any plans for this baby. The only thing they know is that the baby is coming. That's all they know. And other than that, they have not made any arrangements for this baby. She's doing like a couple of months. And they don't have the nursery together. She was saying they don't have like any kind of schedule. She was saying they haven't even hired a nanny yet. She wants to hire a manny, and Todd is like, no, I don't know why he's against the manny. He didn't say why. He just said, because I said so. And that was kind of the end of that. It seemed like he was trying to assert himself a little bit more in this episode, didn't it? Like he told Kenny to watch her mouth when she said that if the baby had diaper rash, she was going to kick his ass. He was like, watch your mouth, you know. He's trying to be a little bit more assertive these days. I'm like, okay, Todd, all right. Don't take none of that shit anymore. Anyways, and so that was pretty much it. They just talked about that. Todd's like, well, how much time am I supposed to dedicate to, you know, doing being on daddy duty? And, you know, I don't want to be on daddy duty, you know, for 5 hours in a row and all this and all that. Like, I don't know, but they'll work it out. What they need to realize is that baby is going to put them on his schedule. Okay. Not the other way around. So they just gonna work it out, and whoever's the least tired is the one that's on duty at that moment. That's just kind of how it goes. It's been a long time for Candy, and Todd has never, you know, had to deal with a newborn. So I'm sure they're learning right now because the baby is already here. Anyways, in the next scene, we're at Kim's house, Kim Field's house. Her stylist comes over. I'm like, she has a stylist? Okay. But her stylist looked really cute and put together, and she is basically, you know, they just chit chat a little bit. Kim says she just really loves her. Her hair is always fabulous or whatever. She always looks good. And I'm like, well, why isn't she styling you a little bit better, girl? You know? Anyway, so yeah, so they discuss having a brunch. Kim wants to have a brunch for the ladies, and she's calling it a Beatless brunch. Meaning she doesn't want any of the ladies to wear makeup. She just wants their natural beauty to shine through. And she wants her stylist to help her out with this brunch or whatever. And, you know, she agrees to help her, but she kind of warns Kim a little bit, like, women like to, look presentable or whatever. And I feel like, okay, so let me not skip ahead. So yeah, so she goes ahead and helps Kim, get everything organized. Kim sends out a voice message to all of the ladies, inviting them to the brunch and telling them, like, she wants their natural beauty to shine through, no makeup, all this and all that. Now, this rubs some of the ladies the wrong way, but the only one that was really vocal about it was Kenya. And actually, the only one that came with no makeup was Sheree. So, like, they really weren't really feeling what Kim was asking them to do. I think that I understood what Kim was saying, just show your natural beauty. But at the same time, you can't, like Kim was saying, you can't limit that to just makeup. I mean, there's weaves. Everybody on the show got a weave. Most of the women have boob jobs, so I feel like it was kind of a jab at the ladies in saying that you guys are just always overdressed and having too much makeup on and stuff. I mean, I don't see how they could have taken it any other way, And so I get it. I understand why the ladies, were upset. And I think, too, that if it was coming from someone else other than Kim, it may have been received by Kenya a little bit better, too. It's just, Kim is she's just rubbing everybody the wrong way right now in this season. And just more and more, I'm just not starting to dislike her, and I didn't think that was going to be the case when she came onto this show, but whatever. So we'll talk about the brunch in a little bit. Okay, so the next thing, Phaedra and Aiden. Aiden is the cutest little boy in the world, okay? He has the cheeks, those lips, he is so cute, and then the way he talks, oh my God, Aiden is just so cute, right? So they are making a birthday card for Apollo to send to him for his birthday, and they're just going through pictures and things like that. It wasn't really a lot to this scene. I just thought it was really cute that I always like to see her with her kids. I'm not the biggest fan of Phaedra, but when she's with her kids, it's always it's always cute and fun, and I like to see those scenes because it just makes her feel makes me she just looks a little bit more real in those scenes. Anyway, so in the next scene, we see her go to visit her lawyer because she says she wants to move ahead with the divorce. I thought that she had already done that, but I guess not. I thought that the process had already started before this season, but I guess it hadn't. So she's ready to move ahead with the divorce. She says that she has not taken the boys to see Apollo yet because she just doesn't feel comfortable taking them and putting them in that environment. And you know what? I don't think that anybody can judge her for that. It's a messed up situation all around. They're not seeing their dad. But at the same time, do they really want to see their dad in that environment? Like, especially as young as they are, because they, I don't know. It's, I don't know. I mean, I'm not even going to speak on it because honestly, I don't know what I would do in that situation, and I don't want to judge her because of her choices, because it's just a messed up situation. And I mean, really, what do you do? I don't think you would know what you would do with your children until you were in that situation, because like I said before, I have visited prisons and I didn't like being there. I visited, I had a cousin I had to visit, and it's just whatever. And I don't like being there. They treat you like a criminal. They got to pat you down and search you. And I don't know if I would want my kids to go through that. But at the same time, I don't know if I would want my kids to not see their father for 8 years either, Whew. Anyways, let's move on from that topic. So yeah, so then Apollo's lawyer ends up coming, and they have a meeting with him, and just basically, Phaedra's like, I want to have a custody agreement written up and, all this and all that. And, Apollo's lawyer, it's basically like Apollo don't really have, he doesn't really have a leg to stand on at this point. So basically, whatever you say is he's pretty much going to agree to, So I don't know what's going on with that. Anyways, let's move on. In the next scene, we hold up. Oh yes. The next scene is the brunch. Y'all, my notes. I was writing sloppy. I guess I don't know. I guess I was trying to be in a hurry. Anyways, yeah. So the next scene is the brunch. The ladies come. Portia comes in full makeup because she, just came from work. We saw a scene with her when she was at, preparing for work or whatever. So she had just came from work. And Kim was like, well, do you want to check your eyelashes at the door? Phaedra comes. She asked Phaedra the same thing. Do you want to check your eyelashes at the door? And they're like, hell no. And Phaedra's like, a Southern Belle will never come out without some makeup on her face, okay? And y'all know how Phaedra is. So basically nobody followed the damn rules except for Sheree. Sheree came in and she did not have on any makeup. She might have had on some light powder or something. I'm not sure. Sheree looks good though. You can really tell that Sheree takes care of herself. She takes care of her body, but not only that, it comes out in like her skin. Her face is clear. It just looks, she looks like she takes care of herself, very well. And it's always been like that. As much as we can say about Sheree being crazy or whatever, delusional, whatever, she just really takes care of herself, and it really shows. I mean, the woman is like in her 40s, right? Pushing 50. And, she looks good without makeup. And so, it's great. Anyways, so they sit down. They say the food is good at the dinner. Cynthia brings up the fact that she wants to do a girls trip to Jamaica because Peter is going there for business, and he had discussed with her possibly shooting her commercial there. And she thought it was a great idea. And she also wants to bring all the ladies along for a girls trip because, they got to have a trip. It's coming, it's almost the end of hopefully it's almost the end of the season. We're on episode number 12. I'm hoping we don't have like 27 episodes or whatever it was last season, okay? Anyway, so they just discussed that, and she talks to Kenya and Kim again, just to make sure that they are still on board with co-directing. Kim is not on board with co-directing with Kenya, and I just don't think Kenya's feeling Kim either. Phaedra was like, I would have thought that they would have been better friends with their both of their long, extensive acting careers. Oh, shady, Phaedra. I think Phaedra is starting to not feel Kim as much as she was feeling her in the beginning myself. I think that Phaedra is a little over Kim right now. That's the way it seems to me, but I don't know. Anyway, so they discuss that a little bit. Kenya tells, they talk about their trip to DC a little bit. Kenya tells them a little bit about, what went down with her family in Detroit. And then Kenya tells Kim that she was offended by the invitation, just by the message behind the invitation. And Kenya's like, women have been, wearing makeup since, the beginning of time, all the way back to the Egyptians or whatever. And, she was just saying like she didn't appreciate the invitation, and she said it sounded a little judgmental, which I think it did, and I think it was judgmental. I do think Kenya had a point. I don't know if she should have brought it up though. I think she should have just held it in and just let that go. But and Kim was just like, it wasn't meant to be an insult. If you listen to the message, you would see what I was trying to do and all this and all that. I don't know. It's all silly. Like, I mean, how are you going to tell grown women that they can't wear makeup to a party? If they're coming out in public, most grown women are going to wear makeup. If you choose not to wear makeup, that's fine. Some women choose not to wear wigs. Okay. I'm all natural right now. Sometimes I have a wig, sometimes I don't. This is my natural hair. But I would never tell somebody coming to my house, oh, you can't wear a wig coming to my house, or you have to have your, or you have to wear a wig coming to my house. Like, it's one thing to have a dress code for certain events. It's another thing to specifically tell someone, look, you can't do this, you can't do that. I don't, and especially when it's just a casual brunch at your house. Like, if she wanted to just celebrate, natural beauty and just, make everyone feel good about themselves, she could have had the brunch and still given them the notepads and the mirrors and just wanted them to write poems, or maybe had like some words of affirmation, just something, but she didn't necessarily have to say, oh, you can't wear makeup, because at the end of the day, Being all natural is being all natural. That's, to me, is no hair dye, no relaxers, no weaves, no wigs, no makeup, no boob implants, no tattoos, no fingernail polish. That, to me, that is all natural. So you can't just pick one over the other just because you're not comfortable wearing makeup every day. You know what I'm saying? So now you're gonna say, oh, all natural means no makeup. No, you got on a wig and you got boob implants, as they pointed out, you know, and I just didn't like it. I did not like the just the whole way that she did that brunch. I mean, it's a way to celebrate women and how beautiful they are without kind of being a little judgy, you know? So whatever. Makeup's not your thing, girl, then makeup's just not your thing. But whatever. Blonde ass, bleach blonde wigs aren't everybody's thing either, you know? So at the end of the day, whatever. So the next day, I don't know if it's the next day, a couple days later, I don't know, but Kenya misses the meeting with Cynthia and Kim. They were supposed to have this creative meeting to pitch ideas to Cynthia about the commercial. Kim shows up. She has a good idea. I thought it was really cute, where, you know, they put the glasses on and they're all of a sudden they're in Jamaica, take them off, and they're, you know, somewhere else or whatever. And I thought the idea was really cute. Kenya did not show up. Cynthia calls her and she's just like, she had a real emergency with the house. I think she just didn't want to be around Kim Fields at the time. So then they flash over to Kenya at her house, and she is working with Mr. Matt. Y'all remember Matt, the guy from the gym that was clearly into Kenya, and they had went on a date. She said they've been dating for about a month or whatever, and she's really starting to like him. He's really cute to me. So hopefully something that works out for her. He seems to really be into her, you know, so hopefully, you know, we'll see. Anyways, yeah, so he's helping her with the house, and, you know, they show a flashback of a date that they went on or whatever, and that's basically the episode, you guys. There were a couple other little things that I didn't really talk about because they weren't really worth talking about. I'm not gonna make this vlog long. I just really, I don't know. I think they need to change the cast for next season. I think they need to bring in some people that actually know each other and get along with each other, because it seems like the kind of like the formula that they have with the other Housewives shows. But for some, well, and I guess that's how Atlanta started out, but then everybody just started falling out, and then they started bringing in people that aren't even connected to the women that are already on the show. And I don't know, I just don't like the whole, it's just, they're just not clicking, they're not vibing, and and as a viewer, it's getting harder and harder to stay into the show. For me, it is, at least. I don't know about how you guys feel. Tell me how you feel about Atlanta. Simba wants to be in the, he always trying to jump up in my videos. Anyways, tell me what you guys think about the Atlanta Housewives. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Are you still into it? You know what? Tell me. Leave the comments down below. As always, like this vlog. If you didn't like it, that's fine too. Constructive criticism is always welcome. You know, subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, you guys, please stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Mika Chanel is just saying. Bye-bye.